Welcome back to NASDAQ Trade Talks. I'm your host, Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at NASDAQ. We've been coming to you live throughout the day from the Singapore FinTech Festival. And joining me for this segment, we have Edwin Bautista. He's the president and CEO of Union Bank Philippines. We're going to take a look at the digital transformation that's happening within the banking systems in Philippines and APAC. Edwin, thanks so much for joining us at the FinTech Festival. Now, Union Bank's transformation journey, it's really interesting. You're going from a bank to really a digital technology company. Tell us more about that.
Well, we're actually now on the third phase of our digital transformation journey. And as you said, we're sort of reshaping ourselves from not just being a bank, but more like a technology company, but also still a bank.
Right.
And that journey has been a crazy one the last 4 years. We're now entering the third phase. The first phase was obviously the culture transformation piece, getting all the technology infrastructure in place. The second piece was we focused on the digital touch points, where we had to focus on the right customer experiences. But at the same time, we had to build a fintech company, which we actually launched last year called UBX. And that is where we're incubating many of the technology-based executions like blockchain platforms that we have. So in fact, it's like me running both a bank that still needs to cater to the regular customers, but with a heightened use of technology to bring our differentiation to the fore, or to have a better or a superior customer experience. At the same time, we're also developing this great new thing called UBX, where we have the platforms. We have actually, before coming here, I lost count of the number of blockchain executions that we've had, and I was just told yesterday that one of our latest blockchain platforms went on live. So it's that tremendous pace that we're seeing right now.
All right, now you're starting to see actually impact the bottom line.
Oh yes. Our first 9 months of the year saw a 40% increase in our net income versus last year. Now, if you ask what has been the impact of this digital thing, we onboarded 750,000 customers for the first 9 months of the year.
Wow.
But we kept our OPEX, operating expense line, to below 5% growth. That's almost just like the salary increases of people.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason is because we've been able to build scale. We've been able to reduce also the back office costs. So you're seeing a Union Bank that's leaner. We have the normal attrition, which we didn't fill up. So the headcount has shrunk a little bit, which is by design. But we managed to increase our sales force. So a lot of the savings were on the operations back end, the automation process, the digitization of the branches.
All right, so to wrap up here, you promised at the beginning of the digital transformation that nobody will be left behind, and that's really key, banking for the unbanked.
Yeah.
Tell us how you're fulfilling that commitment and what's next in 2020.
Well, there are two components there. First, no one gets left behind. Actually started as a message to the employees of the bank when we pursue digital transformation, because this could be a scary thing. The first thing that they ask is, what's in it for me? Am I going to lose my job?
Yep.
So okay, fine, Union Bank is going to be transformed, but I might be out of here. So the first thing was to assure them that each and every Union banker has a seat reserved on the train, but the train leaves at 12 midnight, and you need to show up at the platform when the train leaves. We will provide whatever training is necessary, and in fact, this sounds crazy, but we had a data science analytics course, which we opened up to Union bankers. So right now there's a course that's ongoing. There are about 60 enrollees. They're now in their third month. Half of them are Union bankers from different areas, from HR, sales, all over the place. And I'm telling the Union bankers, if, I said, it's even a scary proposition for me to apply to be a data scientist. How much more your colleagues? There are 30 of them. So if they're willing to make a career shift and they pass the initial exams, so can you.
Yeah.
There's lots of opportunities, because while a lot of automation has reduced the manual work. A lot of new jobs were also created. And we just want to make sure that our people are reskilled, retooled, so that they can do these new jobs.
All right.
So that's on the people side. On the no one gets left behind as far as the country is concerned, we have massive efforts on financial inclusion. So basically banking the unbanked. In fact, we just launched recently a blockchain-based inter-island funds transfer system that links the rural banks, but not just the rural banks. We've linked up with Singapore with the Adhara platform. Someone can actually move funds from a bank account in Singapore all the way down to a bank account in the Philippines in real time on the blockchain.
So it takes out a lot of the inefficiencies, and the middle people.
Correct.
Right.
So it's fast because it's instantaneous. The cost is also extremely low, and it goes straight down to the rural banks, which are really the last mile.
Right. All right, Edwin, thank you so much for joining us at
Thank
the
you very
FinTech
much.
Festival. And thank you for joining me on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at NASDAQ.
Right.